That is though.
Tell that bitch to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Good deal, man. We back again. It's the ChrisNMike show.
Hey.
Yours truly, your boy Chris Leonard, and very sweet Mr.
Very sweet mystery. We ain't using real names. Well, I can use mine, of course, but I ain't tripping.
And we got some juicy topics for y'all today, man. We about to go ahead and kick it off.
We're gonna talk about is love a choice? By love, not just speaking on relationships. We're talking about God damn. We're talking about I'm not gonna pick that up. We're talking about parents, friendships, relationships, all the above, you know, a little bit of everything. And then the second topic is gonna be we're gonna talk about dating in your 30s, you know. Or when you're close to 30, because it's a little different. What you're looking for changes according to your age most of the time. The goal is always the same, but some of your standards change, shit like that. And what y'all want to dive into first? I think dating in your 30s, you should dive into first. I like the love is a choice. I posted it on Facebook, and man, comments went crazy. I wish people would actually like the status. I got like 4 likes, but I got like 200 and some comments. And it probably was a lot of them comments. I would probably say I could account for about 30 of those comments because I was responding to everybody. But the rest of them was like, for sure, like different people. Oh shit, yeah, man, we fucking up. We gotta dive into this track. What's the name of it?
Love.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
We got to dive into this track, man. I heard of the guy before. If I'm not mistaken, he's very close friends with Queen Naija and her ex-husband Chris Sales. I think that's him. I'm not positive. I'm gonna have to check, look him up again.
I think it is him. They have a couple. Him and Queen.
Yeah. So yeah, he. I heard of him or whatever when I used to be around Queen Naija a little bit here and there. She mentioned him, and I think I seen them post some stuff together. But yeah, this is Mod the God with Love.
Yeah. Get her. Who's her? I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love that I'm comfortable. Still I'm uncomfortable. I'll never run from you. I know I said that I wanted to. I got emotional, all of my feelings. Real niggas not supposed to feel this. Overthinking your response to my message. That made me passive aggressive. Love more than words I'm expressing. It's action attention. Love me, I'm paying attention. Love me, I'm very attentive. Love me, I'm running them racks with you like this is duels and tennis. Love me when you get in one of the moves. I'ma just wait till you finish. Cause you make it play when it's dimmed. I see the light in your spirit. You my spiritual healer. I felt the evil in woman, and it made me indifferent. Should've been treating you different. I'm talking from the beginning. Love is a conscious decision. Love is a conscious decision. And I made the choice to be with you. If I got a problem, I'm voicing the issue. I want this to end at the altar. I don't want no crying or grabbing no tissue. A truth, or maybe a blessing at you. For how I get very aggressive. Losing you, that won't teach me a lesson. Loving you, I won't take it for granted. Yeah, and I never will. I want love that is never forgettable. And when all of your friends gotta switch it, they nigga, they ask you, how you get still? Yeah. How you to get still? When all of your friends gotta switch it, the nigga they asking you like, I want real love, yeah, that Monet to hide it. How I know it was real, cause I woke up one day and I wanted to make you a mama. Yeah, I want real love, yeah, that Monet to hide it. How I know it was real, cause I woke up one day and I wanted to make you a mama. Yeah, like love, so many things I wanna tell you. Yeah.
Shout out Mod the God, man. That was him with Love. Available everywhere? Was it on Apple Music?
It might be available everywhere. It's on Apple Music.
If it's on there, he more than like the guy.
I heard the song on Instagram, and it wasn't even like the song. He was just rapping the lyrics, like he was doing a poem night or something. And he was just rapping the lyrics. I'm like, damn.
Some deep.
And I looked it up. And found it.
All right, that was dope. But yeah, shit, you ready? Dating in your 30s. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, shit. I'm gonna be 34 in May. Man, shit, I ain't gonna lie, we might have picked the wrong topic because I've been dealing with the same person since I was 20,
but you're still
26.
Y'all still going through what y'all going through in your 30s though.
So how about relationships / dating? But no, you're right. Yeah, I mean, some things did change between 25 to 30. Some things changed between 30 and now, as far as I'm not gonna lie, a lot of shit changed. You know, for us as human beings, like your tolerance levels ain't the same. Sometimes your patience ain't the same. You know, you may get better, may get worse. A lot of people that are 25 to 30, 30 to 35, they got kids. So, man, that's a lot. It's a lot. So your tolerance, your patience, everybody got a goal on what they want to make per year. Of course, like you want to make as much money as possible, but everybody pretty much got a goal in mind of what they want to make every year as far as money. So you want your security to be different, your flexibility financially to be different. People be having certain types of cars they want to drive, at that point in life. But dating, your standards should change, when passing 30. Really, if you ask me, it's 25. Because at 25, most people who graduate high school by 25, most people are at least working a job that they're gonna be at for a while, or they already graduated college. They just not getting into their field, their field of work. That's early. The thing is cricket on your phone.
I'm doing something right now.
Okay. But I don't even know what to really say for real.
So like, okay, let's just say
give
this
us
is just a hypothetical
Mm-hmm.
to your boo. If you were to get back out into dating right now, what would you be looking for in a woman?
She got to be ambitious, not content with where she is. I don't even care if she is already like off into her career. Like you always, to me, in my opinion, you always should want more. Should never be content, because I feel like whenever you content, when you content, you can't achieve happiness. In my opinion, happiness is actually temporary in most cases. So I feel like you always want to be uncomfortable at a point. Like you may be content with, you got that goal. Goal number one, you accomplished. Okay, you there, you content. All right, now you uncomfortable again. There's things that you want. You uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Next goal. You uncomfortable. Next goal. It always should be ascension. And you can really take a lot of situations with celebrities, like me and bro, our favorite rapper, Jay-Z. The nigga has never gone backwards. It's always ascension. Whether that was lyrically, whether that was business, whether that was financial, the nigga keeps getting richer, more comfortable, bigger houses, better cars, bigger investments, bigger business moves. Like that's what you want to be, regardless of what state you in life. So that's the first. Those are definitely a must. I would have to say patient. Her patience can't be too. Her patience level has to be pretty high, because how do I put this? I'm one to like talk your head off, like when it comes to like something that I disapprove of or that I'm angry at. Like I am known to like talk at people instead of to people. So yeah, like your patience level got to be, of course, a little higher. I'm trying to think of what else. That's my main thing though. Like never be comfortable with where you are. Always try to ascend in life and progress in every aspect. Progress in I don't know how I want to word this. Progress financially, progress patience wise, progress on the day to day. Like you being able to. We talked about this on Facebook as well. Like people being able to like withstand bullshit, like not have a short temper, shit like that. Just the all around just maturity level. I mean, if I wanted to sum it up, mainly just the maturity level has to be different. Because of course, like 25 and under, like I was more willing to grow with somebody than I am now. Like now, I kind of want certain things brought to the table. I don't want to have to be a father. I don't want to have to be your mentor. Like it's certain things coming into the relationship you should already know. You know, like drawing certain types of attention. I'm drawing from my own experiences. Certain types of attention, certain types of comments, certain things you post on the net, certain people you hang around. Like for me, it's that too. Like if I see that you the super conservative chick, but you hanging around with all the chicks who be shaking their ass on Instagram and ain't got nothing going for them, I might not take you as serious because you are. I mean, technically, we all got friends who that are totally opposite of us. But it's always up to them to want to change. You could throw them hints, and you can keep it a bean with them all day. But it's up to them to want to change. So if you got friends that you fucking with, and shit, they ain't progressing. They content with twerking on the ground, being an influencer, ain't trying to really get to the bag for real, trying to live off a nigga. I mean, it's time for you to separate yourself. So overall, just maturity level got to be up there and from all facets, from every angle. Anything that contributes to you being in a relationship, the maturity level just got to be there for me.
That's tough, bro. Because we in an age now where that's 90% of every chick's goal is to find a nigga to take care of them, to live off of 90% for sure.
The ones you meet,
bro, that's 90%, bro.
No,
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't think so.
The women that aren't looking for that man are content with being single. Because most of them are single.
Content with being single, or that content with being single ain't gonna last forever though. That's only for a minute.
Yeah, it might not.
I just said that happiness is temporary. At some point, you're gonna be happy with certain things, and then like shit, we could become millionaires tomorrow, and then we both gonna look at it like, then what? Like now, what's next? Then we may become a billionaire, and then it's like, oh, what's next?
Oprah is a billionaire. Oprah is a billionaire.
But that's what I'm saying though. But she's still working. She ain't sitting down like this.
She been single though for a while.
How do we know that?
She used to be.
How do we know that?
How do we know that Oprah?
How do we know she's single? How do we know we should just don't put her in private life?
Because when she was in a relationship, it was in the forefront. We knew who she was dating.
Yeah, but that may have been the reason why her relationship fails. Maybe she choosing to keep it private.
Yeah, they dated for like 15, 20 years.
I doubt Oprah getting some D or some P from somewhere, nigga.
Think so?
Yeah, hell yeah. You think she just playing with a rose for the rest of her life?
No. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, I think she got somebody.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think she got somebody.
I've seen.
Even if it's a boy to boy.
But that also plays a factor into what I said. She's probably looking for that man that can be her equal and continue to make her better and for them to ascend together. She ain't found that.
That's tough.
She gonna die when she might die single then.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
because we're talking about 30.
Right. Oprah is way older than 30.
She was single in her 30s, but that's cool. We can go back.
She was still with dog.
In her 30s, over now.
Shit, like that nigga probably like 70 something. It was 40 years ago. She was for sure. We can look that up, bro. Let me see your phone. No, I can do it while I'm doing this. It's not gonna stop
recording. I don't think
recording.
they was together. Shit, 40 years ago? I don't think they was together before we was born.
Let me see.
I wouldn't be surprised to find out that her and Gail fucking.
Her and who?
I always thought
Her and Gail, her best friend. I don't even
Talking
think
about the chick that be interviewing people?
Yeah, now Gail King. I don't even think they cool no more, if I'm not mistaken. But shit, dating in your 30s, bro. Dating in your 30s can be fun or it can be stressful. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see both sides of it. I didn't see the fun side. I didn't see the stressful sides. Dating itself.
Bro, she's still married to the man.
They married?
Yeah, nigga.
They say they married.
Partner, whatever. She still with him. They say 1986 to present, nigga. I think she did get back with him. They broke up and they got back together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She getting something on. We have knees. Women got knees. We got knees. Shit. Oh shit. It stopped recording. It's cool. I can always steal the audio.
We stopped talking for a minute anyway.
No, it stopped. It stopped on like right when I was just doing that though.
But yeah,
Dating in your 30s, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Like for me, like right now I'm just chilling, bro. You feel me? Like I'm just chilling. I ain't necessarily looking for nothing long term. If I find it cool,
You got a preference though, bro.
what you mean?
You got a preference.
As far as
What you will be looking for
long term or just having fun with?
long term. I mean, you say date. I mean, you could either both. You can get both. Dating ain't necessarily mean that you trying to settle down. It can mean you just exploring your options.
Yeah, right now as far as shit, bro, I'm just looking for a good time right now. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm here for a good time. All that other shit. Right now, how I feel, I'm good. Like shit, we can have fun and move on. We can let the next nigga have a turn. Let the next nigga have a turn. It's like seasons, they change. That's how I'm feeling right now. So I feel it in my early 30s. Maybe by 35, when it start, when my biological clock started getting close, and I ain't gonna have no more kids, I might be ready to go ahead and lock in. But right now,
Just to have some more kids?
No. I'm saying I'll be more. I'm not gonna just have kids with anybody and then go on about my business.
No, I'm saying, but by 35, you gonna.
Yeah, I don't plan on having no more kids after.
Right.
35.
So you're gonna base you not wanting to have a good time. So like, let's say when you 33, 34, you gonna be trying to find somebody to have a kid with.
I'll probably. So right now, I'll probably be less picky with certain things that I'm picky with now. The closer I get to 35, like certain things I'll probably be able to look past that I won't look past right now. Does that make sense? No. It doesn't make sense. I don't know what that.
It's your dating life.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
Does it make sense?
Shit, 6 BD. So six BDs.
Certain. I didn't say
7
I'm
kids.
looking
I'm
past
fucking with
everything.
you.
I didn't say I'm looking past
I'm fucking
everything.
with you.
But certain things like shit, alright, like things like for me, things that right now is like absolute no's, or it's like, yeah, you gotta be this, gotta be that, gotta be this.
Wait, but you're not dating right now to be with somebody. You just said you're having fun.
But I'm not having fun with just anybody though.
Okay. So the women that you are having fun with,
Mhm.
those same women you could see yourself being in a relationship with.
I don't know. I would have to sit down and actually give them a chance to get to know them on a deeper than fun level. I need to know all of that to have fun with you. To go bowling, go have a drink, go get some food, have real fun every now and again. I don't need to know all that about you. But
Shit, I need to know. Well, you don't need to know when you say you don't need to know much. Like, what's the? You don't need to know much as far as.
like, if we just having fun and I know I'm not looking for any type of like attachment with you, like I don't need to know your 5-year plan. I don't need to know.
Okay, talking about the shit that matter.
Yeah, you feel me? Like we just having fun. Now, when I get to a point and it's like, all right. So right now for me, having fun, like because all that other shit don't matter. Like I need to be attracted to you. The closer I get to 35, that attraction shit may change. More than likely it'll change. Like okay, all right, I'm 35. Like all right, you little ill built. Like all right, we'll make this work because you got other things, other qualities about you that now matter for the point of my life that I'm in. These other qualities is what matter now. At this point, it shit don't matter because I'm not looking for the attachment.
Understand?
Here today, gone tomorrow. What Glorilla says, why I love tomorrows. Lose one today, pop back up with 2 tomorrow. Like
Glorilla's also like 22 years old.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
The
matter.
nigga
but
that wrote the
I
song
know
was 30. What difference does it make?
that she's married though with kids.
Glorilla?
Cardi B, you said the
She
girl
didn't
that
write that song.
Oh, you said the woman who not that.
I said
I
the
guess.
nigga that wrote that song was 30.
Oh,
Who
okay.
wrote it? You know who wrote it?
I couldn't tell you the name, but you know at the when you play it on Apple Music, it tell you all everybody's name who composed the song.
Okay.
I couldn't tell off the top of my head, but
Yes.
yeah, like
Well, for me, dating in my 30s, I would be looking for. I'm 29. I'll be 30 in November.
You a woman though. Yo, you was 30 at 25.
I'm looking for a man who is emotionally stable. That's not the word I was looking
forgot
for.
about that.
But I need a man who is in tune with his emotions, a man who knows how to communicate, a man who knows what it is to lead a
You gonna
household.
keep swapping?
Not all day.
When I say lead a household, I'm not talking about a man to
Nope.
just pay all my bills and take care of me. I'm looking for a partner, one who knows how to work, one who knows how to be a teammate.
Team player. I was trying to articulate that, but I was trying to be all like T.I. and shit. Expeditiously.
But no,
Ambiguous.
I just want a guy, like I really want, and dating in my 30s, like if we can't go out and have a good time, if we can't have a disagreement and then talk about it and bounce back, if we fuck around and fuck up some money, if we can't come together and get our shit back up within 365 days, like I don't want you. Like that's what I expect dating in my 30s. I want to date a man with a plan, because a lot of men don't have plans. Dating in my 20s, I would ask a man, what's your 5-year plan? And literally every guy would answer, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow. And to me, that's weird as fuck. But that's just me though, because I'm a person who plans. I've always been a planner. I've literally planned everything. I even planned my baby. My baby wasn't even a mistake. So I need a man with a plan to know that. I need a man with a plan to know that he's gonna take us where we need to go. What I'm finding now as I'm dating men, a lot of men don't know what they want. And what I'm starting to realize.
Shit, that's 20 to 40 for real. Forever.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of men
like
don't really know what they want. So it puts women in a position where it's like, yeah, like we would probably rather be single. Like I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm kind of at the point where it's either I'm okay with being single or I'm going back to BD, because what's been out here is just not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my baby daddy had an issue with cheating, but we were also in our 20s. And I always said that too, like, shit, we're young. Like, and I was doing shit too. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was all him. But I'm just finding now, like, my baby daddy knew how to lead a household. He knew how to, he wasn't really emotionally stable, but that came with time too. Like I said, I used to tell myself, like, we're young right now, so this certainly, like, we have to grow with each other. Because at the time, I wasn't emotionally stable for real either. Like, I used to be, my feelings used to control me. My emotions used to control my actions and all of that shit. But now, I'm just at a different place. I'm at a place of peace and calm. Like, I don't want to have to argue with no nigga over no bitches. Like, I don't want to have to argue with a nigga over no money. And that's really because I make enough money by myself to sustain a good life and be comfortable. So I know a nigga coming in is gonna be more. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna restrict me. And if he is gonna restrict me of that, then he gotta go too. Like, I wanna build something with somebody. I don't wanna just be here. I don't want to just be here. I don't want to just go with the flow. I need a nigga with a plan to where we are gonna be where we want to be as we get older. Like Chris said, you don't want nobody that's just content where they at. I want to build something, even if I want to build something. I want to build something. I got a lot of ideas in my head, a lot of business ideas. Even with Quinn's Closet, I got like something to attach to Quinn's Closet for kids, and it's building the brand and expanding my brand. That's what I want, and I need a nigga with that mentality. And we could probably go back to we never talked about it, but marrying for love. Like,
marriage is for business or something.
Yeah, I can grow to love you. But as far as being married, I need a nigga with that business mentality, that partnership mentality. Because a lot of men are selfish as fuck out here. And they will really just use you for whatever they want from you. And then they try to play it like, because they not going to stop fucking with you. They not going to stop fucking with you unless you put your foot down and say, I ain't fucking with you no more. They'll keep fucking with you if you allow them to. Like, a lot of niggas are like, I don't want to say users, but they kind of fucking are.
Mooch.
Yeah, moochers. Like, a lot of niggas really are. And because I am a woman of, I guess I could say substance, like I said, I make enough money, and a lot of niggas look at that like, oh, she make money, so she ain't gonna want no money from me. She ain't gonna want shit from me, so I can fuck with her, cause, I already know she got it. If I'm fucked up, she got it, and I ain't gotta worry about, you know, and I am a nice person as well. Like, if my nigga fucked up, I don't mind giving you some money. I don't mind paying for the date or the vacation or whatever if my nigga fucked up. But a lot of niggas take advantage of that. And that's why you have women nowadays that is, if you ain't gonna pay for this, then because niggas are out here using women in their 30s. Like, I'm running in, I don't know. If you not coming with all of that.
You need somebody that's gonna match your fly for real, like, when it comes to everything. Like, when you whatever business aspect, financial aspect.
It's just a mind thing, because you ain't even gotta come in. Even if you come in like, oh, I live with my mom, you know, I'm fucked up right now, but this is what I want to do. If you come in with that ambition, I can work with you on it. But if you coming in like, yeah, I stay with my mom and, you know, I'm cool, like, shit, I'm cool here. I don't care. I'm cool here. Like, then, yeah, no. I don't like men who are not in tune with their emotions either. That is the scariest thing for a woman, to deal with a man who does not know how to control his emotions. Even when it comes to a man that's nonchalant, like, that's scary as fuck too. Because why would I want to open up to you if I know you nonchalant? If I know you're gonna act like you don't give a fuck. Because nonchalant people do care. They just don't know how to show that they care. So why would I want to be vulnerable to somebody who's gonna show that they don't give a fuck? Like, I need a nigga who's in tune with his feminine and masculine side.
That's interesting that you said that you want a nigga that's in tune with both sides. I just was watching a video, not to cut you off though, I'm gonna let you get back to it, but I'm gonna forget this point because it was something else you said that I wanted to say something. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say that too before I forget. You said it's niggas in their 30s using women. You saying they was using them for their money? Is that what you was getting at?
Not even just money, but just being comfortable.
Okay, so it was cool when y'all did it. When we do it, it's a problem.
I've never done it, so that doesn't apply.
Do you know women
I know women that do it, but I just said too, I understand why women say that. Now, cause I done been feeling that way too, to where I want to tell a nigga, oh, if you don't do this and do that, then I ain't fucking with you, because I'm tired of being used. I'm not even gonna say I've been used, but I feel like I've been used. Mm-hmm. So I'm tired of it too. So now I want to be to the point where I'm like, shit, if you ain't coming with no money, then like I said, I will ride with a nigga who trying to get his shit together and got a plan and got some ambition. But on the flip side, I still be thinking like, shit, is you only here until you get on your feet? You gonna rock with me when you get on your feet?
It don't even be just using for money though. A lot of times
it be sex.
It be that. It be energy too. It be energy too.
Food.
Like,
so
I'm talking about like
cool
positive vibes with energy.
It's not cool when anybody uses anybody. Nobody should use anybody for anything. But what I do want men to understand is, excuse me, when it comes to y'all being head of household, y'all gonna have to come up with some fucking money. Like, I don't understand how y'all feel like y'all feel like somebody using y'all because y'all gotta come up with some money. Dates cost money. At the end of the day,
being head of household and kicking it with a chick or talking to a random chick is two different things.
But I said, when dating in my 30s, I want a nigga who knows how to be head of household. So that's me. Like, I don't know what you do, but that'd be different for you.
But I'm just saying, like, coming up off some money, if we building if we're together, like, in a relationship, that's one thing. But if I just met you a week ago and we going out on dates, like, you shouldn't be asking me to pay no bills.
No, I'm not gonna ask you to pay no bills, but you're coming off money for that date, though, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because a lot of y'all be acting like y'all don't want to come up off no money for no dates. A lot of y'all, you didn't hear, you hear all the time niggas talk about let's go Dutch for the first date.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
I see it on the internet all the time. I understand it too, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't want to be, if I gotta tell you that you gotta pay for the first date, I don't want to be with you. What the fuck I'm gonna be with you for? Like, and then when it comes to, like I said, I want a man to be.
But that also depends on who approaches who too, though. Sometimes it be women.
That's very true, but if I ask a nigga out on a date, I'm gonna pay. But if you ask me on a date, I dare you to say let's go Dutch. Excuse me.
So hypothetically speaking, a nigga asks you out on a date, right? And y'all at this date, and this date is going far left, like this. Neither one of y'all having a good time. You don't think it's fair? Like, shit, bro, this ain't it. Like, I got whatever I done ordered. Like, take care of your bill. That's not fair. Like, we gonna go our separate ways. I don't ever plan on seeing you again.
Me being me, because I got money and I don't. Let's be real too. A lot of bitches be going out to eat with y'all and they got $0 in their account.
Bitches claim that they don't go out with.
But my thing, I got my own money, so there's never, even if I am a bitch that's broke as fuck, I got a motherfucker that I could be like, hey, I'm on a date with this nigga and he said this, that. Can you send me money so I can pay my bill? They'll send it to me. So I don't have no problem. If I don't fucking like you and that's what it's gonna take for me to get the fuck about your energy is for me to pay my own bill, I will pay my bill and get the fuck on.
I got toothpaste on my pants.
Why would that? Why would you? I don't understand why you paying your own bill.
Got toothpaste on my pants.
Has anything to you getting? Because I could pay my bill and get up and dip and leave you here with your bill until you figure out what's going on.
Why would you do that?
I mean, you just said if paying your own bill is the only way for you to get up out of my energy. If I pay my bill or my half and go on about it, you out my energy, you can, like, it's not like you still.
Right, but I still got to pay my bill. You didn't pay mine. I still would have to pay my bill, right?
Yeah, but you said if paying my bill is the only way to get away from your energy, then I'm gonna just pay it.
Because you said if the date is just going terribly,
I'm saying,
and he say he don't want to pay for me, I don't have a problem paying for myself. Is what I said.
Right, but what did getting away from the energy, or I'm gonna just pay to get away from the energy? Like, shit, at this point, the energy, at least with me, once I realized I ain't liking you, like, I just stopped putting energy even towards your way. That's me.
Exactly. You just said we're both having a terrible time on this date.
Right.
Right. So if we're having a terrible time and you tell me, look, I ain't feeling this, I don't want to pay for your shit, then I will pay for my shit.
Is that fair? You agree that that's fair?
Yes. Why wouldn't it be fair? If you don't like me and I don't like you, like, let's get the fuck on. What the fuck am I about to sit here for?
So if a nigga tell you, like, let's go Dutch, and if this shit go right, like, shit, I got you, don't worry about it. But if it go left, like, that's why we went Dutch.
That's fair, but then it still will be like, why are you like the way? Because niggas who come at you like that, they got some type of trauma or something. So I'm not here to feed your trauma. I'm not here and I'm gonna just speak for me because I've never been on a date and a nigga didn't like me. So
ever.
So I can't say I can't
like
speak
you, or
on
he
that.
didn't tell you he didn't like you.
Maybe he didn't like me, but he paid for my shit. So
I mean,
I ain't never had a
nigga do that.
I've never had a man say, I don't like you, I don't like this date, so you gotta pay for yourself. That has never happened to me before. So I don't know.
That ain't something that nobody would say.
Yeah,
It would just be what it is, and then he probably wouldn't call. You probably wouldn't call.
Yeah.
No
So
more.
Have you ever went on a date and it was just that date and you never heard back from a nigga?
No.
Never?
No.
That's interesting.
Niggas love me for real. That's just all. It's not, and I'm honestly used to it. It's not just because it's not good looks or anything. Niggas love my energy, and it's not just men, because women love my energy as well. So, no, I've never been in a position where a man did not want to continue something with me. Shit, I just had to block a nigga who was acting like he didn't want to fuck with me, but then some days he was all in. So it was like, yeah, nigga, you gotta go, because I ain't got time for that. So I I can only speak for me. I don't know what other women, I do know what other women go through because they talk about it on the internet. And what I'm seeing nowadays is men, y'all are afraid of being used. And y'all are taking it out on women, which
The users.
all women aren't users though. That's the thing. Y'all taking it out on everybody when y'all shouldn't. Just like women who say niggas not shit, they take that shit out on every nigga and they shouldn't.
The ain't shitters.
So I'm just like I understand where men and women are coming from, but that's why I said those are my things. If I'm about to be with a nigga, you gotta have this, and this. I honestly, I'm at the point too where I don't want to date a nigga for no potential. Like I'm just at that point because I've dated men in their potential and I've been disappointed. And I'm tired of being disappointed.
That shit all boils down to, everything boils down to communication at the end of the day.
It does, but a lot of men aren't truthful. Or a lot of men don't know what they, a lot of men, like I said before, do not know what they want. And I'm not just talking about as far as women, they don't know what they want for their future. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? So that's an issue. If you don't know what you want your future to look like, how can I submit to you? How can
you follow
be vulnerable to you? How can I follow you if you don't know where you want to go? Like, that's crazy.
Where we going, baby? To the edge of the cliff.
That's exactly where the fuck we going. Like, so it's like I said, I get where men and women are coming from. And it is down to the communication, like, but I feel like
real though, it's really just black folks. Like,
I feel like I was about to say black men,
but it's black
men and women need to. For one, I feel like before you get into a relationship, I feel like everybody needs to know who the fuck they is, which a lot of people don't, which is okay. But if you gonna do that, then stay. Being single by yourself and focusing on you is like literally one of the best feelings in the fucking world. It's a lot of people who have not experienced it, but it's the best feeling in the world when you find yourself and you find your purpose.
Yeah, I got a homie right now. Nigga just got a divorce. He ain't never been single our whole life, and this is his first time having his own crib, and he got a dog ass job and a degree.
What's his name?
Nigga got his man. I was like, nigga, you about to have a baby, nigga. You ain't never even experienced it. This nigga had a girlfriend in the middle. No, nigga, the nigga ain't had no. This is my man's too. Like nigga ain't had a girlfriend in middle school, had a girlfriend in high school, had a girlfriend in college, had another girlfriend in college.
Talking about Texas?
He had
got divorced?
He had another girlfriend in college. I mean, got married to her. They got a divorce recently. He never ever had his own spot without no roommates or without a significant other. Never. He got a good ass job. He got a degree. And he make good money. Nigga, what you mean? It was a joke, but I'm saying like a very high possibility, nigga, because he ain't always been committed to one person, nigga. He's trying to have fun now.
He had a kid, didn't he?
I don't wish that I hope he do have one, but I hope it's with the right person. You know what I'm saying? But he's about to go crazy. Stop it.
Strap up.
Hey, how many times I done had my own crib by myself with nobody live with me? Or with a roommate, shit, the homies.
But that's one of the best feelings in the fucking
world,
though.
But
you was younger then, though.
But that's the difference. He know how to move because he done already he been married. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He done been a player briefly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he still. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been like a long period.
Is that what his plan is to go back to the player ways, or you don't know?
No, he a lover boy. My dog a lover boy for sure. He gonna find another girl. So he's just gonna be he's just gonna be a little bit more selective and approach things a little differently. But that's why I said he's gonna have a kid, because if he finds somebody that's equally yoked, and that's
How long was he married?
Shit, like 7 years.
Shit, how much more selective can you get when you done already selected a wife? Like, what changes now? Because you thought that person was it. Like,
no, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true.
I mean, but if y'all not growing
some people just get married just to do it. Some people rush into it. Some people just be like, "Oh, I love you. I'm gonna do it now." Like, no, they don't always be like that.
That's doing it just because it's crazy.
Yeah. Some people do it. Some people be doing, moving and grooving quick. Shit, I know a couple people who was like, shit, I gotta be married by 30, and then the next chick he met had a baby with her. Hey, let's get married before he had his baby. We married. Like, some people just do it and figure it out later. You know?
Yeah.
Where we at?
But that goes back to the marrying for business too, because you can grow to fall for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like the more we spend time with each other, like our bond is getting deeper, tighter, or whatever. But
yeah, do you think we touched on that enough?
No, hold on. Y'all keep talking.
No, like she kind of said everything I wanted to say. Like I said, I was trying to articulate that shit like I was a fucking genius or something, or fucking Einstein or something. Just somebody that's like equally yoked for real and just really on the same level. You know, I'm already locked in with somebody and we were work in progress. But like she said, hypothetically speaking, it would be, you know, it would just be everything that I'm trying to achieve with who I'm with now. You know, that's pretty much it. You gotta be on the same page. Like mentality gotta be the same, you know. And it's really up to you and your partner, even if they ain't up to speed, for you to bring them up to speed. That's what you're there for. You're there to help. You're there to help them become better, and they're there to help you become better. You know, so nigga, we waiting on you.
You got something to say about it? Because we can move into the other topic without.
No.
You trying to find something that you saw?
No. So, no, I wanted to look up some numbers real quick because you said that you'd rather get married with going into it with a business aspect as opposed to marrying somebody that you love. And I was just
she ain't say that.
What you say? Say it again.
She said she would be married for business more so than love.
What I just say?
You said get married to somebody for business, even if she wasn't in love with them.
No. I said as opposed to just marrying for love.
Okay.
I mean, but
you
ain't gonna get married to somebody that you don't love, though.
I mean, she said she could grow to love. That's what she said. I grow to love.
You can. Like I'm not. If we were still doing the arranged marriages, that's how those arranged marriages work.
That
they
happens all the
grow
time.
to fall in love.
Look, everybody do that shit. Asians do that shit. Arabs do that shit.
Yeah, I think we should do it too.
Nigerians do that shit.
But I just wanted to look up some numbers, some business numbers or whatever. And it says approximately 65% of businesses fail in the first 10 years. That's a high number to
businesses, like marriages. Marriages.
I mean, business, just business in general. If you're going into it with a business mindset, that falls under this realm. You're not going into it that falls.
Yeah,
under
but when she say business, though, she ain't just talking about like, just starting a business together.
I'm talking about our finances together. I'm talking about what we're moving towards and everything. A business. When I tell, so for an example,
money for the kids,
not even that. Example, I'm gonna use me and my baby daddy as an example. We were all business when we, not when we first met, but once we started to realize like shit, like nigga, this is what we want. We set plans and we made them. He was gonna work at his job until, for however many years until he got, whatever pay he wanted to get. While I was in nursing school, he did hustle in the street for a little bit. We planned all of that. When we planned the baby within all of that. After the baby, it was all right because we were always buying cars, like old cars. We never had new cars. So next was we're gonna both get new cars. I'm gonna co-sign for you. You're gonna co-sign for me. And we're gonna do it like that. And then next after that, we were gonna build a actual business. He had a business. He used to resell shoes, but we were gonna make it like
that could be huge too. I know.
Yeah, we were gonna make it like legit, like to where niggas can come into the store. Like that's what we were gonna do. And I was gonna start at the time, and I still kind of want to do this. I'm not sure if I still want to do it, but at the time I was gonna start a scrub line. Like these are plans.
Body scrubs, shit like that.
No, like
nursing scrubs,
yeah.
Okay.
So this is everything that we planned to do. That was the business aspect of it all. You know what I'm saying? Even we broke up on the business aspect. I mean, it was cheating involved, but what really made me get the fuck on was because I realized he wasn't paying on shit the way he was supposed to. Why? Because he was too busy out here tricking on hoes. So that's why I got the fuck on too, because I'm not about to be in a situation and you fucking hoes and now our shit was up here, now our shit down here because you fucking hoes. Your mind not right.
How long did that last? Y'all was together for like 8 years?
Mm-hmm.
So within 10 years, that business plan that y'all was working towards failed.
It failed, but what I will, it didn't have to. I would say
A lot of business
I
plans
feel like that
have
don't
to
matter,
fail.
bro, because at the end of the day, nothing's promised or guaranteed.
Nothing, not even the love is.
But
Yeah,
and
but that don't matter.
it's still up in the air for me and him to get back together. So who's to say that it really failed? We don't know yet.
Yeah, it might have just needed that time apart. Some people be needing that.
We both needed time to grow.
Yep.
So who's to say that I was done?
Sometimes you need to get rid of not even get rid of the partner, but sometimes you and your partner need to split in order for y'all to grow individually and then, reconvene. Pick up where you left off.
I've never known business partners to split and come back together.
Well, what I would want you, I
Never?
want you to
Business
put up,
partners?
I want you to.
Dame and Jay-Z went their separate ways, never came back.
Well,
That's because Jay-Z was they was on two different agendas.
I want you to pull up.
They wasn't on different agendas. He just was doing something.
He was
on. I'm saying he was on a different. From the business aspect, he wasn't on a different agenda. He was on a different agenda with the other shit.
But he was using the business money to fuck the hoe.
Okay, so what I want you to do is for a better number, I want you to pull up the percentage for successful arranged marriages versus those that weren't arranged.
Shit, Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce, nigga, but they business still thriving, and she running shit.
Didn't she take over half of the company?
She
Yeah,
over
nigga,
that,
but she
though.
still, but he stepped down and told her she could be the CEO, and it's still thriving. Still worth, it's worth damn near $1 trillion. Amazon worth $890 billion.
But how much of that is his though?
Who gives a fuck? They both well up. They rich for generations on generations because they got married and had a business plan.
And that's what it's all about.
They kids,
The
kids,
generational wealth.
kids.
The
Kids.
generational wealth.
It's gonna be straight.
That's all that matters is the generational wealth. Leaving something for your kids and they kids and they kids. That's, to me, that's the only thing that matters.
I think that should be our next topic, nigga, when it comes to like how selfish are you? Because shit, really, once you have a kid, nigga, it really ain't about you no more. Not for real.
Not at all.
You can still chase your dreams, whatever, but you can't make it all about you. But yeah, we can tap into the. You got anything else, bro?
Here, I want
We're
him
gonna have to
pull
create a
up
new
some-
policy,
I'm
niggas.
looking up the numbers.
I want him to pull up them numbers.
So apparently arranged marriage is not a U.S. thing. So all the numbers for arranged marriages is from foreign countries.
But what are the percentages?
4% end in divorce.
4%.
That's low as hell.
As low as
But
fuck.
that's not an American. That ain't even we don't do that here.
So if we did, it'd probably be more successful.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I think
it
it
would
would.
So
Guess what? I'm around a lot of Arabs daily, right? They admit some of their families is like that. Some of them not. Some of them got married and agreed, hey, this ain't working, but we ain't getting a divorce because we didn't invest it. We didn't invest in XYZ. We got this going on, so we separated. We ain't got to file paperwork for that. You do you, I do me.
Yeah.
But guess what? They kids gonna be straight.
but they could never go get married and find nobody else.
They don't care. They don't care about that because it ain't about them no more. At a point, it's about their kids graduating from college and them finding love and being in a healthy relationship and having a thriving business and doing and so forth. Don't nobody care about that. They don't care about that because they care about their people as a whole.
Y'all don't even, I just feel like to say that is crazy as fuck because men nowadays, y'all don't even want to get married. So why is that even like something for you, especially you don't even want to get married. So why is that something that you would say?
I don't want to get married right now.
Okay.
You've never heard me say I don't ever want to get married.
I've never heard you say that, but I've heard you repeatedly say, what would be the purpose to get married? What benefits do men get from getting married? So from that, I assume that you don't think men get any benefits.
Very little.
Oh, okay. So why would you want to get married if you feel like you get very little benefit?
Don't want to die alone.
You got a daughter. That's beneficial for her to have a mother.
She got a mama.
Right, but if y'all got married, that would have been 10 times. It would have been 10 times better. You can't teach her how to be a woman. You can teach her what you think being a woman is. You can't teach her how to be a woman.
Yeah, that's her mama's job, though. That ain't my job.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, going forward, you have another kid. Going forward, when you beat somebody, that's supposed to be the goal.
I mean, so I don't plan. When I have another kid, I don't plan on having another baby mama. My next kid's mother, I plan on being the wife. But again, that.
But why though?
But
You don't feel like you get any benefits?
You making our
Because
point.
there's a lot less benefits in having a baby mama than it is to having the mother of your child be your wife. It's a lot less. I've been through the stress of my child's mother being the baby mama. I don't want to do that no more. So I'd rather her be the wife. It'll be a way different life.
So you will only be marrying her because she had your baby?
No, not necessarily. I would hope that before she ended up pregnant that we was in a position to where we then discussed like, oh, okay, yeah,
we're already
like
married.
That. Yeah, it's like that.
I just don't get it. If you feel like marriage doesn't give you any benefits, then why get married? Do you feel like you're not gonna benefit from it? Why would you get married? Just to say you don't have a baby mama is not good enough. If a nigga tell me that, I'm gonna be like, I don't want to marry you.
Do you know how many people have married chicks off the strength of she pregnant?
Do they work?
I don't know.
Oh,
I know a
okay.
nigga that just got married because his girl pregnant. I don't know if he probably
Okay,
never
but
tell her
fuck
like
them.
that.
I'm talking about you. If you don't feel like there's any benefit to getting married, why would you even get married? Why is that even?
When I have somebody right there in the middle of the night, I can always roll over and look at somebody. Look at the same face and watch you grow old and get fat. That's why. We can grow old and get fat together.
Dog, shut the fuck up.
I mean, okay, bro.
You said you don't feel like there's no benefits of being married, like for the man?
No, I said very, very little. I didn't say none, very little.
And when you can say benefits, what do you consider benefits?
What do you consider? I ain't never been married, so I couldn't tell you.
When you in a relationship, what's beneficial to you, what's not beneficial to you?
Shit. Rolling over and looking at you whenever I feel like it. Shit.
That's about it for you.
Bro, because I do everything else that anybody could possibly do for me, I can do for myself. I can cook, I can clean, I can wash. And don't get me wrong, to a lot of niggas, a chick that's gonna cook every day, that's beneficial because a lot of niggas don't cook or can't cook. I know plenty of niggas that can't cook.
What if you get put in a position where you ain't able to cook every day for yourself? And you want a home cooked meal?
Bro, we just had this conversation. I don't even think I would be able to be with somebody that became in a situation like that. Like, that's tough.
You don't need to get married, baby. That don't need to be a thought in your head, okay? You need to be by yourself.
That's cool too.
Not even by yourself. I ain't gonna say by yourself. Just don't get married. Because that's a huge commitment that I don't believe you understand what type of commitment it is for you to jump into that. I feel like you would break a woman down.
Why?
Because then it will come, because we all want to be beneficial to our partner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not beneficial to you, now I'm gonna feel like, what the fuck am I here for? Am I just here because I had your baby? Am I just here for pussy, to give you pussy? What the fuck am I here for if you don't feel like, if you don't need me for anything? What the fuck am I here for? That's equivalent to black women saying, I don't need a man. What you just said is equivalent.
A woman's supposed to be the Kobe to your Shaq, bro. Supposed to be the Kobe to your Shaq.
Supposed to be.
Bitch,
I'm
a beast, and when you ain't that beast, nigga, I got you. I'm gonna make sure everything is whole. I'm gonna make sure everything is peaceful. I'm gonna make sure everything else that you ain't handling is handled. Mm-hmm. And if you shall fall off, I still got your back until you get back where you need to be.
That's what they're supposed to.
That's what I'm saying.
That
was the benefits.
If every woman came like that, cool. I don't know about you. We've watched plenty of podcasts when the host of a podcast will ask a panel of females, all right, what do you bring to the table? And not one of the bitches not one of the females on there had anything beneficial to say to what they would bring to the relationship.
Those were Instagram models that were in their 20s though. We're talking about dating in your 30s now.
I mean, shit. Maybe I should start dating people 30 and up.
That's not your preference though. If you're not attracted to people in their 30s, then
Bro, we already had that discussion too, nigga. Everybody that was on their ball and could have gave that to you was your age and older. And it could have been, you know, peaches and cream, you know, until y'all hit a wall. But of course, that's all on y'all. If y'all gonna hit the wall and let go, if y'all gonna hit the wall and keep rolling.
Maybe not.
But yeah, we ain't even diving. We've been going an hour yet. I want to dive into this. I gotta read that. You got that comment? You got that comment in your phone? I screenshotted that shit.
I got it screenshotted.
So the next topic we're gonna talk about is we was having a discussion because this is how we come up with the topics. We get in these groups or we see these posts on Facebook. I ain't gonna lie, we low key be in some of the little topics from some of these other podcasts. We don't necessarily go into exactly what they be talking about when we get there. We draw the inspiration from the topics that they be having. And one shame. Making sure we good. But we draw the inspiration from some of these other podcasts. We kind of like do like subtopics out of their topics sometimes. Sometimes we might see a little clip of some of these motivational speakers talking about some shit. We draw inspiration from that. Long story short, I don't even know what we was talking about, but I asked the question based on what we was talking about, and I said, "Is love a choice?" And I posted it on Facebook, and the comments just went crazy. In my opinion, I feel like love, before I read all those comments and got some understanding, some different insight, I thought that love was just a feeling. But there was some people on there like, yeah, love is action, love is everything. And initially, like I said, I thought it was just a feeling. I thought it was just something that and it's really, to me, people was like, yeah, so if you feel like you love somebody in love, like, what do that feel like? I said, my nigga, like, I can't really describe that. Like, to me, it's not something you can describe. It's just something you feel. And my opinion, yeah, it's not tangible. But in my opinion, before I read all those posts, it just depends on what your definition of love is. But initially, before I read all that, I thought it was just a feeling. So I would say, what about the people who fall in love with people or love people that they work with? Well, this goes for love in all aspects. We're talking about parents, friends, relationships. Like, it don't matter. It could be your wife, husband, whatever. People fall in love with people all the time. Like, that they don't mean to fall in love with. Like, it could be co-workers, it could be friends. Shit, sound fucked up, but shit, people fall in love with family members, and that's how incest happens. It happens. Let's just be real. It happens. Do it not?
I think that's a mental disorder, but who the fuck am I?
I mean, but shit, in medieval times, that was acceptable.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, people fall in love with family members. People love their parents. They got ancient parents. They still love their parents. They got and then people brought up the fact, oh, you could love somebody from a distance. So it is a choice. When I said that, when these comments was coming in, I was more so on the tip, like, when you choose to say, oh, I'm gonna love them from a distance, that's you taking the action, in my opinion, behind the emotion to attempt to not love them. Just because you take time away from somebody for so long, that does not mean that you're not gonna love them no more. I've been with somebody before, and it took me years to get over them. Somebody else, it took them years to get over me. Like, that don't necessarily guarantee. But when somebody put it in the form of, oh, it's action, like, you can't be with somebody and they not do shit for you, and then you not know, oh, okay, they love you. Like, they got to be doing something in order for you to know that you love them. And that's understandable, because it don't always have to be about money. It could be acts of kindness. It could be acts of affection. If you look up the definition, it says, it does say a strong liking, a strong affection, and it says a great interest. That's also something that I felt like didn't make sense to me, because when you watch a TV show, that don't guarantee that you're gonna like it because somebody else like it. Like, you like what you like. So that's why I felt like it was just pertaining to feeling that wasn't true. But I believe that now it is a choice based on the circumstances. So if it's somebody that you're in a relationship with, yes, you can choose to act upon the feeling of love, because if it's love is action, you can act on the feeling and you can continue to pursue that feeling with somebody. If you're talking about a deadbeat parent, that's not a choice, because y'all just have a natural attachment bond from when your mother was pregnant with you, or from your father giving you life, whatever. There's some attachment there at some point, because y'all connected genetically. So I feel like it's not a choice at that point. When it comes to friendships, It could be both ways. It could be, mostly though, it's not a choice in that aspect either, because you can choose to distance yourself from somebody and love them from a distance, and then you may not even give a fuck about them after so much time. You know, sometimes they say out of sight, out of mind. That shit really is a thing. So I feel like it's circumstantial, situational, depending on what you believe that love is. But
well, when it was first approached to me, I was like, it's definitely a choice. But
you gotta
then
read some of the comments, man.
But then Chris had like made me feel bad and was like, maybe it's not a choice. But then I had read this one chick comment and I was like, it's definitely a choice. I feel like you have to love yourself first before you can get into any do they love me or anything like that. So I'm gonna just read her comment so y'all can understand where I'm coming from, because she explained it so well and I could not explain it.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, it was a great if she articulated that shit so great. I think she was a dude too. But it's like, was it Kamehameha Johnson? No, I'm saying I think it was a dude.
I think it's a guy. I mean a girl.
What was the name?
Kanisha.
No, that was a dude.
Kanisha Johnson.
It was Kamehameha Johnson.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, so it was a guy.
Yeah, it was a guy. Because I thought that too when I first seen it. I'm like, damn, that was a dude that said that shit.
Okay, I like that.
So what he said?
Good. Okay, so what he said was, in my opinion, lust is not a choice, but love is. You can lust over the wrong person, create a fantasy, and think that those feelings are love. You can also trauma bond with someone you spent a lot of time with and dealt with a lot of bullshit with. A lot of people confuse time and hardship with someone as love, especially black women. I say love is a choice because it really comes down to who you love more, yourself or the person you're lusting over. If you love yourself more, then you will only be with people who help you grow and also grow with you. If you love the idea of the person you lust for more than yourself, you probably will allow them to drain you, waiting for the day that they will become the person you want them to be. And I just thought that was some real shit, because when you really when I really sit back and look, that lust, you can't control that lust. If you see a nigga and you like, okay, that you're gonna shoot your shot. Same for men. If you see a lady that just so fucking beautiful, you're gonna shoot your shot, right?
It's the animal magnetism.
So then y'all spending all this time with each other now, right? And you feel like it's love though. But then you start to realize, like, this person not really making me feel love, right? It's just like, damn, do they love me? Do I love them? But then, like I said, I feel like it really just comes down to if you love yourself. So I was recently in a situationship, and
where the fuck that word come from?
I
want to know who created that.
My little yeah. He was my little yeah. But our connection was amazing. I'm not gonna say it was less. We were friends though. We were friends before we actually started kicking it. You know, over time, as time went by.
Can I time y'all real quick?
You already did.
All right, so look, y'all was friends before y'all started kicking it. Was he your friend with intentions on being with you, or was he?
See, when I say friends, I'm not gonna say like we was just buddy. We was cool. Like we would see each other at outings. Like we had the same mutual friends. So whenever we hung out with each other, that's what we did. We all hung out. We did kids parties, New Year's parties, and people birthday parties and all that shit.
Tastes like grape juice.
We all linked with each other on those things.
Y'all never just
we built some type of friendship for a couple months before we started having sex with each other. We built a bond with each other, but that was I feel like it was a lust. I feel like we were talking on the phone all the time. When he did have it, we also met during COVID, so I'm not gonna say when he had free time, because we all had free time. Well, not me, because I'm in the health field, but everybody else had free time. So whenever I was off work, he was coming to see me, and I didn't live close to nobody. So
I can find the other comment.
So he was spending all that time. It's all, I'm not gonna tell everybody.
her phone.
But what was I saying?
He was coming to see you. You didn't
Oh
live
yeah,
close.
I didn't live close, so he was still making that effort to come out and see me, even if he didn't spend a night. He would just
Were y'all
come.
still friends? Just friends?
We were still cool. Yep. He would just come over, chill with me. We'll kick it, smoke a little bit, and he'll go on about his day. Like we'll talk on the phone while he was at work. Like we built a bond and we built a relationship. Now 2.5, 3 years later, we still kind of in that same boat. The connection is there. The connection is amazing. Our friendship is amazing. The sex is amazing. But we're not growing with each other. So I got to a point where I was like, all right, like if we're not gonna grow with each other, then I just need to get the fuck on. Now that was the choice that I made, to get the fuck on. Like I love him. I love our connection with each other. I really just love our relationship as a whole.
That's deep.
But because it's not going nowhere, I had to choose to get the fuck on. Like I love him, but I love myself more. So I'm choosing to go out there and actually get somebody who's willing to grow with me. Like I said, I want somebody that's gonna be ambitious and that'll grow. I don't think he was that. So I had to make the choice to get the fuck on from that, so I can find my person that I am equally yoked with. But that was simply because I love myself. I feel like if I didn't love myself, if I didn't know what I wanted from a man, then I would just sit there and be like, oh shit, it's cool, we having fun. Like he don't make me mad. Like we don't argue, we're happy. So I'm gonna just stay here. No, it was cool and it was fun for what it was. There were absolutely no issues that I had with him for real, besides the fact that we weren't growing with each other. And that was enough for me to say, all right, I gotta go. Like, I can't be with you.
I want to read some of these comments.
If you find a guy that you can grow with, but the conversation ain't hitting on shit,
Then they can't grow.
We wouldn't
You
be
can't
able to
grow
grow
somebody
the
that you can't
conversation
talk to.
now, you know?
I mean, you can talk, but the conversation isn't as good. All the other things that was so amazing with him have dropped in greatness or whatever you want to call it. But in whatever aspect he was lacking in, this other person got it. Would you be willing to accept that if it took away from the other things that were so great with that guy?
I'm not about to be with nobody if we don't have a connection. Like I said, I loved our connection and I loved our relationship.
If the connection wasn't as strong, I guess is what I'm saying. If the connection, so let's say y'all just was connecting at 100%, would you take a 50% connection and with y'all could build on whatever you and him couldn't build on? Would you take that?
No. A 50% from
pretty
100 to 50? No, I'm not doing that.
So how low would you be willing to sacrifice for the connection?
Probably 80.
70, 75.
Probably about 80.
Yeah, because
But
that's
yeah,
going to become
that's-
stronger if y'all on the same page with everything else anyway.
Exactly. So if we're on this, if there is no maybe. If we're on the same page and we got the same dreams, the same goals, we're gonna have a dog ass bond with
Yeah,
each
the
other.
only way that changes,
Why
that
you
only
like
changes
that?
if somebody deviate from what the fuck y'all.
If you don't like me like that, then why the fuck are you here?
You a strong brother.
With me?
Yeah.
To fuck with somebody
You fuck with people. You fuck with people you don't like that.
in a relationship? No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying,
So why you asking her that?
I know, cause I know plenty of niggas who would keep rocking with a chick and being around, and like I don't really like her like that. But
I'm not a nigga though.
They keep
But
her
the
around. They
nigga
keep
would
her
be
around to
around.
fuck though, and have some convenient pussy.
That's
It
the
ain't-
only
it ain't-
reason
but
why
a
niggas
lot
like.
of females can't differentiate between a nigga that's
A female under 30, most females under 30 can't, but the ones who are close to 30 and older more than likely can. They just don't give a fuck themselves.
Okay, well maybe they just don't care. Maybe they don't care.
They don't give a fuck themselves. Everybody wants something convenient. Like at the end of the day, we all want convenience, nigga. I don't give a fuck at what aspects. In some way, shape, or form, we all want something to be convenient in our life. You know, but
Doesn't you agree?
I definitely agree. I mean, cause I'm single right now. Don't get shit. I'm still, whenever I want to dibble into my situation, I do. Cause I'm single.
So this lady just
Like-
you want to chime in on this? You think?
Go ahead.
I wanted to read a couple of comments. I ain't see this one. This is from Janessa. They say, I feel like this is a total determinism versus free will. They go hand in hand. She said, you choose to love, though you don't choose the types of love you have, much like the difference in the love for a child and the romantic love you have for a partner, which is what we was kind of already saying. But I don't think nobody said anything about the type of love, because, you know, love does come in different forms. I wanted to find this other one. Hold on, let me go back a little bit. It was kind of near the one. Somebody said, love is a choice because you have to put effort into maintaining that emotion. It's conditional, believe it or not. If you don't foster it, it will fade, and eventually you won't feel love anymore. That wasn't the one.
I like that too, though.
I do too. That was Anisha. That would say they've been in love. There's billions of people who in the world that would say they've been in love. 90% of them have never experienced it. Actually, that's a significant fact. Love is unimaginable. See, that's what I was on. I'm on some shit like, that's not some shit you could just describe, in my opinion. But I guess, I mean, when you do hear it, people do say like love. A lot of people believe that love is everything. And this is from the homie Jay West. While in my opinion, love is an action that brings us pleasure. I love things like getting a good night's sleep, taking time to meditate, cozying up with my partner to watch some shows. To me, love is a choice we make that brings happiness and satisfaction. And yeah, I believe we can control our feelings. If we couldn't, the world would be even crazier than it already is. Sure, we all crave human connection, but ultimately it's all about finding a connection with everything around us and within us. You know, that old saying in the Bible, love your neighbor as yourself. That kind of sums it up.
Mm-hmm. You gotta love yourself. Like, you can't love on nobody if you don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's.
There was another one, I can't find it though.
So after all of this, do you still feel like it's not a choice, or you feel like
I said it's circumstantial.
I think it's a choice.
It's circumstantial.
I think you choose who you love.
I think it's circumstantial.
So did you choose to love your partner that you with right now, or
No.
you didn't choose that?
No.
All the
It
time
just
that
happened.
you
It just
put
happened.
in,
It just happened.
you didn't expect, like, yeah, eventually
I'm choosing that now, but I wasn't initially. No.
So now you're choosing to stay to keep the love.
That's the same thing I was saying though. I said it's circumstantial because you can choose to act on the emotion. Like people keep saying, you can choose to do things to continue to have that feeling.
That's what you doing.
Yeah, like I'm choosing to continue to pursue the feeling of love, but initially no, I didn't choose it. It just happened.
So if now you choosing to put in act or put the work in to maintain the love,
Mm-hmm.
does that mean that the love itself would not be there if you didn't put these actions in? You wouldn't love her no more if you wasn't.
No, because you can. I said you can choose to distance yourself, and because most of the time that's what makes love stronger, when you spend time, and when you connect, when you show affection, when you're spending time with people and shit like that. And I ain't just talking about in a relationship. When you just around people in general, you build.
But that comes with that loving yourself too. Because if I have a friend and I just meet you and I think you cool, and then I really get to know you and I realize that you really not shit for real, I gotta choose to end that friendship because
it's the same. It's the same.
We not equally yoked as friends, so you gotta go.
Yeah.
I think what it is a lot of people really don't love themselves, and just like they said, that guy said in the comment, if you're willing to say fuck you and your own happiness to ensure that the person that you are lusting over,
That mean you don't love yourself?
I think that. I think if you will put somebody else's needs and wants in front of yours, I feel like you don't love yourself. And that's speaking from personal. I've been there. I'm that person.
Isn't it all about your tolerance level though too? Do that necessarily mean that?
Honestly, I don't want to be with nobody I feel like I gotta tolerate.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you're not gonna break up with somebody that you love at the first, second, third sight of them doing something that you don't approve of.
Yes, I will.
Oh, well, you got a low tolerance. Short.
Is it a short tolerance though? Because I feel like.
What if it's something that's not happening, and what if it's something that ain't happening until years into the relationship?
Like what?
It could be anything. What if they start snorting cocaine out of the blue to deal with emotional
Cocaine, nigga.
Yeah,
You gotta go.
Crazy.
You gotta go.
If Jazz start doing cocaine today, you gonna stick it out?
I'm gonna work with her first before I just give up on it because you don't know why she's doing it.
Oh, that's crazy. Because I would get the
Well,
fuck on.
Cocaine,
I'm not.
cocaine. Now, if you said she started smoking weed,
Let it be crazy.
All
This
right.
is the mother of my children I'm talking about. This ain't just in a relate. I'm not just talking about in a regular relationship. I'm talking about
So
somebody.
you would try to make it work with your relationship? Not, I get you
What-
trying to make
what
it
I'm
work for
saying
her
is,
to be a mom for your
I
children.
wouldn't just be like, that's what I'm asking you. You misconstruing the question. What I'm asking you is, if you was with a nigga, with your BD, if you was with your BD right now, he started snorting fucking cocaine right now. He started today and he did it a couple more times and you couldn't prove it, but you figured out he had been fucking with it for a couple months. You just gonna walk out the door and say, fuck you, I don't want to be with you no more.
Is
And
he
you're not gonna try to help him?
Is he still doing it or he stopped it?
He's doing it
He's
when
still
she
doing
when
it.
she catches him. He's
I'm
still
getting
doing
the
it.
fuck on. That's I'm a nurse and I don't play that shit. I don't deal with junkie patients and I don't really fuck around with patients who got psych issues. So that's just for me. I know what motherfuckers on drugs do and what they be on. So hell no, I'm not gonna be. Why the fuck would I be with you and you spending all our money on fucking coke? Are you fucking stupid? No.
I ain't say he was doing all that. I just said he was dibbling dabbling. It's like a recreational thing.
That's still a lot
I
of
ain't talking about getting hooked on the shit and getting addicted. I'm talking about.
But that's
just
what
fucking with
happens
it.
though. They get addicted to that shit.
Not always. I know people who do that shit recreationally and they're not addicted at all. They wing. I know somebody right now that they wing themselves off of that shit and ain't did it since.
If you're not addicted, you don't have to wean yourself off of shit.
I'm saying like they cut it cold turkey. Like they stopped fucking with it and ain't did it since.
That's not what wean means.
Well, whatever. Wing, whatever. Like, they got off of the shit immediately.
Well, no. To answer your
I
question,
ain't gonna, that's a hard. Bro.
I feel like you don't love your partner, man.
that's
how I
fair.
feel.
Yeah,
Shit.
call it what you
Go
want.
on.
I love myself more than I love my partner at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that just because
And my baby.
but just because they're doing again, I didn't. Y'all going into
Okay,
y'all thinking
wait.
y'all thinking hypothetically speaking. I'm talking about some old extra shit. They doing off the wall shit. They stealing. They probably beating on. I ain't say all that. I said they
That's
doing.
cool.
They,
but
they're
you can't say that
recreationally
though.
doing.
People
they're
who
recre-
use
So what's
drugs,
the difference from doing
people
weed?
who
What's the
use
difference from
drugs,
doing weed?
people who use cocaine and they snort, that's what they do. They will steal from you.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but most of them. And then let's be real too, because if I was my baby daddy, he probably wouldn't think it's stealing from me. That shit is crazy. No, I'm not being with nobody that's on them type of drugs.
Let's say
I would try to get them some help.
Crazy.
Let's say
if
it wasn't
they ain't willing to
cocaine.
get no
Because
help, then
they're
it's
never
different.
willing to get help though.
Let's wait. Come on.
I
Let's say
just
it's not
said your
cocaine,
baby
though.
daddy just started doing this. He ain't
Let's
did
say
it at all in his life, so
He
that
ain't
means
trying to
that
get help.
that means that it was something.
My fucking first cousin, my favorite fucking cousin, had got addicted to drugs. And it ain't all of us telling him, oh, you know you better than this and don't do that. All of us telling him that shit did not stop him from doing that shit.
That's different.
What stopped him from doing it was him.
But you tried
which
to
goes
stop-
back
you tried to stop him, though.
which goes back to you loving yourself.
You said you will walk away immediately.
Yes, I will.
But you just said you tried to help your
So
cousin.
listen,
And I seen that went nowhere, so I would never do that again.
Listen, bro.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
That's
bro.
what I'm
So hypothetically speaking, right? Let's take cocaine out of the occasion. If Jazz
I
started
don't
doing,
care what drug it was.
Right, that's
I'm
cool.
attempting to help her. I'm attempting to help her get rehabilitated. Figure out
What if she
why.
don't want the help?
Then that's when I distance myself.
Oh, okay.
I did.
So
I'm gonna give it a chance for her to say I need help, or that she see that she wants help before I'm just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. Because you don't know how somebody else's mind works. That's one thing. You should never get married, and you should never get married either. Because if you married to this person, then nigga, through sickness, through health, and whatever else, you gotta at least attempt to help the motherfucker. You like, yeah, no, I'm straight. It's deuce.
That's because when it comes
It's
to
deuce.
drugs like cocaine, yeah, I'm done.
if it was crack, would you still feel the same?
Bro, I don't care what drug it was.
That's crazy.
I don't care. No, I don't.
Do
Did
you
you ever
love
watch-
yourself?
Did you ever watch?
That don't
the
got
TV
nothing to
show,
do with loving myself.
It
That I'm
do.
gonna try to help. That I'm gonna try to
You
help
crazy.
somebody
That's-
be
that's cool.
rehabilitate one with.
That's cool.
Once again, I said if they don't want help, that's different.
You ever seen
And I
that?
also said out the blue they did these drugs. I didn't say that they've been doing this
Right.
shit from
I
jump.
know.
You just because I know people who was like, oh shit, I was with such and such. Bro, did you know I just found out I've been with them for 2 or 3 years and they're about to get married. She got off of this shit because she was attempting to help her partner and they about to get married.
So you ever seen the TV show House of Pain? Remember the Tyler Perry show?
I ain't
You ain't
watch
watched
that like
it?
that. No.
Okay, well, never mind. We move past it.
Yeah, I ain't say y'all make some, like I said, the nigga was strung out. Nah, I'm saying randomly.
Shit,
That shit
started
gonna
making-
happen fast.
Most
Like, have
people
you
that do
ever?
crack-
Bro, my daddy
Most-
been on drugs since I was born, my nigga, and the nigga can go get a job tomorrow and like it's nothing quick, and then
What drug is he on?
I don't know what he uses. He probably allegedly he uses cocaine, from what my mama says.
Most
But you would never
people
be
that
able.
use cocaine
But
are
you would
fortunate
never be
people,
able to tell that my daddy used drugs, bro. Never.
Most people that use
Never.
cocaine is a rich person's drug. It doesn't have the same effects on you as some of as like a crack.
No, I know, cause that's stepped on, stretched, Vegas. There's all type of shit put in it. It ain't pure form. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, some of the richest motherfuckers do that shit.
Yeah. So shit, Chris Brown do cocaine.
Allegedly, nobody really knows.
Yeah, enough people didn't say it. They said it.
And I love Chris Brown.
Allegedly.
And I believe
You ain't see the nigga do it, and it's alleged.
Shit, I went to high school with a nigga who went to the NHL and he was doing cocaine in class at the park. So
I would believe that. But I'm
my thing is when it comes, see, I get what you're saying,
and
but
then-
because
and then-
from a
nigga
distance
help.
or up close in person.
I'm close in person.
I'm still trying to make my
You trying to make it work,
I'm still
really.
trying to make my relationship work after she gets the help that's needed.
But then I asked you,
I'm not
do
just
you
be
love
like, oh, yeah,
yourself, and you
escape.
said that doesn't matter.
That don't matter. That don't matter. That don't. How do you not love yourself because you're trying to help somebody else and they have an issue?
So
If I'm attempting to keep on help, if I'm attempting to.
So how many attempts do you get? One attempt, and if the one attempt don't go
Yeah,
through,
if I find this out and I'm trying to get you some help and you refuse to help, then yeah, I gotta
But
stay.
so okay, what I want to ask you is,
Y'all
have
like
you
shit.
ever?
Y'all see
No, because
that
I want to
every
ask
day.
you
you.
already know I am. I'm Jimmy
Listen,
Neutron.
have you ever been in a situation like that where you found out somebody was doing
With friends.
what drugs,
With
and
friends.
then you discussed with them, even if it is a friend, but you discussed with
Love is
them.
different, though.
The love is different, but if you still, so if you had a friend and Mike, let's just say Mike, all of a sudden Mike wanted to do
That's
coke,
not-
and you was like,
I'm trying to get him some help.
that one time, but you under. So what I want to, have you ever been in that situation?
He said,
where,
yeah. He said he got
With
homies.
friends. Yes,
He said
with
he
friends,
got
with
homies
multiple
who,
friends.
And did they
do
stop
drugs.
the first time you said something to them?
After pretty much everybody in the family was on, like, yeah, like you need to, yeah, they stopped. They got full
I
blown.
thought you
I'm not talking about nobody in the
full-blown-
family. I'm talking about
I'm
you.
not talking about
Did
you.
they stop when
No,
you?
I
When you?
I don't
said
know
something?
when they stopped, but I know they eventually stopped around the
They
same time that
eventually
it
stop.
happened.
But if you're only giving them one chance, if this is your partner, for one, let me just be real and for real. People that are on drugs, when you tell them one time, when you had that conversation with them that one time, they're not gonna stop that one
I
time.
disagree because we talking about somebody that randomly got
But
them, not somebody that
but I want to tell you, I disagree with you disagreeing because I have been there. I have been there more than once.
So what's the difference with people who smoke weed?
Bro, that's a different high, bro.
It's not. Getting drug is a drug is a drug.
First of all, the actual weed is natural, bro. Like the
Cocaine ain't.
Not the bro. It don't.
Go
it
look
does
up.
not
Go look
grow,
up. Go look up what cocaine made
It
with.
does not grow into that powder.
Go look what it's made. Go look what it's
So
made of.
okay, no.
It comes from
No,
a-
no,
and
no,
you-
no,
and
no,
you-
no, 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 no.
Wait.
Like
Do you
that,
think
bro.
weed? Do you think weed is natural too?
Bro, weed grows out of the ground.
So
in
how
the
much?
buds
So how
like
much
that,
you want to
though.
bet that when you go buy some weed from a dispensary that it has chemicals, extra chemicals put in it?
So
That's the same
I just-
fucking thing, my nigga.
Stop. 'Cause
It's
I
not
just-
different,
listen, I just
nigga.
want to ask
It's
my
not
follow-up
different.
questions.
Go ahead.
It's not
I just
different.
wanna
Drugs
ask
is drugs.
If your girl was to get on to start smoking weed today, would you be on her ass like, I think you should stop smoking weed? Don't
Yeah,
smoke
I
no
would.
weed.
I would. I tell her don't smoke now.
Why? You smoke.
Right? Why?
I don't. I smoke every blue moon.
That's what you said. You said dibble
I
and dabble
smoke
in this
every
shit.
blue moon.
That's so you dibble and dabble in weed.
Yeah, I smoke.
So if Jazz start dibbling
I'm
dabbling
still-
in
I'm
weed,
still
you
gonna
gonna tell her
tell her-
like, yeah, no, that ain't it. You can't do that.
I ain't gonna tell her that ain't it. You can't do that. But I'm gonna be like, what you smoking for? Why you smoking weed?
Why you do
because I want to.
it? So she be like, shit, because I want to.
Then she cool. I don't care.
But if she
if it
doing
was
coke, if she be like, shit, because I want to.
I just said it doesn't matter what drug it is. I'm still gonna say something.
But you said she cool with the weed. It's just because she want to.
Bro, y'all making it
If
y'all making the argument different. That's not what the discussion. That's not what the argument was about. You said that cocaine is not natural. That's what the argument was. And
No,
not what
that
it
wasn't
was.
the
No.
argument.
We not about to
That wasn't the
flip. He
argument.
just when we was just
The
debating
original
about.
argument
No,
was
I'm not.
what?
I'm not talking about that. The what you just said now flipped from what we're talking about. What y'all trying to bring up right now. What you said was cocaine is not made from what's from the earth, nigga. Cocaine comes from a plant, just like weed does.
Did
And it's
I say that?
modified. It's modified, and so is weed.
All I would
They're
say
both.
is,
They're both.
because
They're both addicted.
we-
The only difference is this. Most people who get on crack, they do. I mean, most people who do cocaine, they start using crack, which is the fucked up version. When it's shit put in it, if they were doing the regular form, pure form, they would be fine. Nigga, we see if Chris Brown doing coke, why the fuck he ain't passed the fuck out
but why would
or had an overdose?
So why would I?
Rich.
Exactly. That's
why,
the
no,
difference.
stop. Why would I be wrong then? Because you said apparently.
I didn't say that you was
You
wrong
said
for
I
leaving.
didn't. You said I wouldn't.
said
I don't
you didn't
love
love
them.
them. You don't.
Exactly. So, but if I
But try
know that this nigga doing coke, and eventually it's gonna turn into fucking crack.
I didn't say that it would
Why the
eventually happen.
fuck would I say?
I didn't say that it would
Might
eventually
turn to
happen.
crack.
And it
Jazz,
turns,
you
no,
make-
it
Jazz,
turns, stop. Stop and let me
now
talk.
you full of it because you
Let me talk.
Nope, you
It
dominated
turns-
the conversation the whole episode.
It turns down to crack.
No, it don't.
They start going to crack when they can afford the cocaine.
And with you and your business partner that you marry and that y'all got a business mind, y'all expect to be wealthy, so you got enough
But you think
money to feed this coke.
I'm about to let the nigga that I'm building with, my partner, spend our money on coke?
I didn't say spend your money on coke. I said if you
Why is he getting the code?
Man, look, the argument is totally different. Y'all stretching it all over the place.
No,
all
so-
I said was I would attempt to help them. You said you wouldn't attempt to help at all.
Because I already know how drug addicts are.
Okay, but you can't call that. But every drug addict ain't the same.
Yes, they
No,
are.
they're not.
Okay.
No, they're not.
I'm literally a nurse. And
I just told you the difference.
I
A nigga that got
have
money can pay
literally-
for the pure form, and it don't fuck you up just like the shit that stepped on.
They still become addicted to it, Chris.
Okay,
The addiction is the
is
issue.
addiction.
all right.
That's the issue.
So
the
no drug
addiction.
addict gets clean ever.
I never said
That's
that, but you
You
said.
just said. I'm done.
I know.
I digress.
You can
I
digress,
digress.
but I'm gonna talk.
I digress.
You can digress.
No,
No.
no,
Let him
no.
digress. Let him
I
digress.
digress.
Because you can digress. Because
I
I didn't
digress.
say never. You said you would give them one chance.
I
That
did.
one.
You said you wouldn't
right,
give them
stop
none.
and let me talk. Because when you say something to them that one time, yeah, they may be like, oh yeah, I go to rehab. I do need. I'm so sorry.
That's not acceptable.
This
not
is
acceptable.
what drug addicts do. I'm telling you from experience.
But are they an addict because they did it a few times over a couple months?
If they can't stop fucking doing it, yes, they're addicted to
I
it.
never said that they couldn't stop doing it. I said they're recreational users, is what I said.
All right, Chris.
You want to rewind the tape? I got it. I'm recording.
I don't want to
Okay,
rewind
so-
this
I
shit.
said recreational
That's cool.
users.
So-
Addiction and recreational use is two different things. There's
Okay.
people that recreationally smoke weed. There's people that are addicted to weed that can't go without it. Addiction means you cannot go without it. I said recreationally using. Again, we can rewind the tape and you can keep talking, or we can rewind the tape and I can show you. I said
Or we should
recreationally
just
using.
go to the next
they've
topic.
been
because
using.
what I'm not about to do, I'm not going to argue with nobody about something that I have seen with my own two eyes more than twice.
Yeah, with-
I've
with
seen,
two
I
people
know.
out of how many?
I know, no. I personally know two people who got addicted to drugs.
And there's 7 billion
I've
people on Earth.
also,
7 billion
and
people on
I've
Earth.
also worked at a facility that held people that were addicted to fucking drugs. So I fucking know. That's why I'm not about to argue with you because you don't know.
You ain't arguing with me about nothing. All I said was I'm giving them a chance. You trying to argue me down about why I would give them a
No,
chance.
because you said one chance. If you want to
You
fuck
said
with,
none.
because I know me.
I'm not trying to convince you.
I'm just
the
telling
difference
you,
is I'm not trying to convince you to give
that's
them a chance.
fine,
You're
but
trying to
I'm telling
convince
you,
me
I
to
am
not
trying
give
to
them a
convince you
chance.
because I'm telling
You're not.
No,
That's just who I
I'm trying
am.
to convince you that if you're just
That's
going to
who
give
I am.
them one chance, you're wasting your time.
Okay.
Because
Well,
if you're
let me waste my
gonna
time.
hold somebody down
Let me
that's
waste my
addicted,
time.
if you're gonna hold somebody down that's addicted to drugs, you're gonna hold them the fuck down. It might take years
me waste my
before
time.
I didn't say you were gonna waste your time. I said you're gonna have to hold them down. Because what you said is you're gonna give them one chance. Myself is not willing to give anybody a chance that's addicted to coke or crack. I'm not willing to do that, but you are. And you put a time on it. You said you would give them one chance. And what I'm telling you is, when people, right, but it takes more than one chance, Chris.
Okay, well,
That's all I'm saying.
if you think that, it don't always take that. Not for somebody that just picked the shit up.
All right, Chris.
What? I mean, that's just you. I got a bigger heart than most. I don't know. You can
I
ask
have a
anybody.
huge
You
heart.
can ask anybody that. You can ask anybody that ever met me in life that don't even name my life.
So then I'm gonna ask you again because you never answered my question. Do you love yourself?
Of course, I love myself.
Okay.
Of course. That don't mean I love myself less because I'm willing to try to rehabilitate or help somebody get clean off of drugs if they using some shit that can kill them or take their life down a dark hole. That's all I'm saying.
So when we asked about the weed, you said if her response to the weed was, I'm smoking just because I want to, all right, then you cool. Could she give the same response to coke? I'm just doing it because that's what I want to do, and she still be fine?
I know that normally when people are doing something outside of weed, though, it's more to it. It's way more to it. That's why I said I would give them a chance.
So what?
Because people don't nobody just turns to coke, bro. Like nobody just be like, oh yeah, today I'm just gonna snort some coke. It's normally something going on. It's normally something going on, meaning they're surrounded by it. Mm-hmm. They know people that do it. They're in an environment where people do it, and they were probably peer pressured to do it because they seen people having a good time off of it, or they're going through something emotionally or something within themselves that make them want to do that.
How much do you actually know about cocaine?
I know a lot. I did a whole fucking paper. That's how I know that it's grown from. That it's made from an actual plant. I used to think crack and cocaine was the same thing. Mm-hmm. But when I did my paper, I did the paper on this shit in like 5th or 6th grade, and I got like an A++ on that bitch because I did my homework on it because I wanted to know what draws people to be addicted to it because my father was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I know a lot about it. If I could recall, I think I might know where that paper that I wrote on it did. That's how I knew it came from an actual plant. That's how I knew it came from an actual plant. So, because when I found out it was actually something grown from the earth, I'm like, damn, maybe it's not as bad. But once I found out it was all the other shit that they add to it and change it to change it to whatever form that is, and I was like, yeah, that's some shit. That's a wild ass.
But you do know that it don't, when it grow out the ground as that plant that is derived from, it doesn't grow in the powder form that people sniff. You do know that?
Anything can be granulated though, bro. People granulate. Nigga, we put seasoning on our food. Onion can be granulated. Garlic can be granulated. That doesn't mean anything.
So you don't think you think they just granulate the plant and then that's it?
I don't know how they break it down, or I don't know how they get it to the form they get to use it. I just know how it was made, where it comes from, where it originated from, and how it works when people use it. When people use it, and how the brain works when people use it.
So you know that the effect that cocaine has on the brain is the same exact effect that eating cheese has on the brain.
I've never heard that, but you got to show me that.
I will. I definitely will. Have you ever tried to stop eating cheese?
Yeah, and I was successful every time.
Yeah, I don't like cheese.
I was successful.
Have you ever liked cheese?
Yeah.
Cheese is the shit.
Cheese is
good on everything.
That's why I don't like it.
But I think there's no comparison. People aren't sprinkling Coke on their food.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know nobody to do that.
Bro, I'm telling you, I've been watching people use cocaine since I was in high school, bro. Like I went to high school with rich white people. Like, nah. When you didn't go to, like, you went to high school out there, you would have seen this shit, bro. These were rich white kids, 16, 17, doing coke.
All of that still don't change my response. I'm still attempting to help whoever, even a friend, auntie, uncle, cousin, significant other. I'm choosing to try to at least sit down, have a serious one-on-one. Shit, I found a rehab.
So you were
let's get to that motherfucker and let's figure this out. And you come back and whatever you lead a rehab or whatever you gonna do and dip, or you decide, oh, when I get out of here, first thing I'm gonna do is shit. I can't help you.
So I feel like
I gotta
at that
file
point,
for custody of the kids, all that.
At that point, you're gonna be opening yourself up to be disappointed.
That's fine. I'm willing to live with the disappointment. One thing in life that I've always learned is that I had to learn when I flunked out of school and lost a full scholarship. I'm never afraid to fail at something ever, because I'm gonna keep trying.
You can't be successful if you never fail.
That's what I'm saying. So I gotta at least that is the same thing.
What's not the same? I'm sorry. What's not the same thing?
Guess what? I could have never seen
getting them on drugs.
Duh.
That's their struggle.
But
that's
again, but if I want to try, then it shouldn't be an issue.
I'm just speaking from personal experience.
No,
I have been there.
That's
I have been there trying to hold somebody down and to getting them to be sober from their addiction. And the only thing that makes people get the fuck up out their addiction is them. Nobody can make them get out the addiction.
I never said
but
that
them-
either. I never said that either. But that talk that I may have, or me
The
showing
only,
that I care.
issue that I had with your comment was they got one time. I'm gonna try to help you one time, but then after that,
So what I'm supposed to keep on?
yeah, if you gonna be dedicated to getting them sober, then yeah, it's gonna take more than one time.
I wouldn't want the responsibility of trying to convince somebody multiple times.
But that's what you're gonna have to do though with drug
I
addicts.
won't.
That's what
because
I'm saying.
I won't, because after the one time that I see that they don't want the help, then I'm done.
Okay,
You gotta want. Somebody can show you that they won't help. They can easily show you by doing what's required.
I know, 'cause
And
that's
if they're
what
not,
they
gonna,
do.
and if they're not gonna show me, yeah, I'm gonna be disappointed. But I'm not gonna soak in it and be like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna cry again, and then I'm gonna try again. Like unless I ain't got shit else to do in life, and I feel like that's my purpose.
Well, that's
or I
fine.
work in that field. Like if you work in that field, you know people that work in that field. They work in getting people clean and getting people back on track. You know they got programs for that. You work in that field, that's different.
But like
But I don't
said,
work in that field.
That's fine. I just know that it's gonna take more than that. So for you to put a time limit on it, that's not fair to whoever the fuck you helping out. Because when they on that,
When I say try one time though, you make it like what do you think I mean by that? Like I'm not about to do a whole bunch of extra shit. I'm gonna literally do what I think would be best. I'm not gonna.
And that's fine, but I guess that's why I feel the way I feel, because I've been through it. So I'm not willing to go through that with anyone else anymore, because I already know that if they want to get clean, they're gonna do that shit on their own. There's nothing that I can do or say that would make them want to get clean.
That's not true. Because people have conversations with people all the time, and something triggers in people's brain when they have a simple conversation. Like it's young adults, it's old people, it's people who got all type of issues. They had that one conversation where they see that this one person cared, and they may change their mind. Like I'm one to believe. All right. Okay.
I'm telling you from experience.
Okay, you're talking about two people. It's 7 billion people in the world.
0% chance that one time talking to somebody they'll stop.
I think that one time they will attempt to stop. That they will attempt.
And some people got more
They will
willpower than that.
They will make all the attempt to stop. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to take them. They are going to have to love themselves enough to say, I'm better than this.
You know why I say
I don't need to do this, and that's that. They have to do that themselves. There's nothing no one can say. When I was working at the clinic I was working at, I had a lady, she was 57 years old, and she was addicted to alcohol. And she was talking about her birthday or something, and I was like, oh, you about to go out? No, everybody that everybody in my life, they're sick of my shit. They're tired of me, and they don't want to deal with me no more. That's why I'm here now, because I literally don't have anyone else.
This right here. It's
Apple charger, right?
Yeah, but it's still USB-C. Why it's dead?
Well, no, I didn't create.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like you saying, like shit, you dealt with it, you ain't willing to put yourself through it. But you gotta think, I haven't been through it, so that you at that point in time, you was willing to try. So maybe if I tried and I was successful, maybe I would feel the same way. Because I do believe that the mind is the most powerful thing, in your body. So. Shit, if you willing to get help, you willing to get help. If you're not, you're not. Like at that point, shit, are
That's
you a
not the
lost
thing though,
cause?
because some of them do be willing to get help, but that addiction be so strong that they fall into the addiction. That's what addiction is.
And I couldn't live with myself knowing I never attempted and tried to help them get clean. There you go. That's with any relationship, with anybody that I'm close to.
Y'all want me to read this, or y'all just want
Go
to
ahead, read it.
Okay, so
First of all, what's that website?
This is actually GQ's website, but the study was done by the University of Wisconsin and the University of Michigan.
Oh, that's why you can't stop eating cheese either?
Why?
Nothing.
Go ahead.
Bro, I don't eat cheese on everything.
Cap.
I eat cheese on everything?
Pretty much.
I don't eat cheese on chicken. I don't eat cheese on french fries.
Cap. You didn't have french fries at my mama's house with cheese on.
That's your mama's house.
Yes, nigga.
But I don't have to eat cheese on french fries.
No, neither do I.
Go ahead, read what you.
But I believe what you said though, because you said that before.
About the cocaine thing?
Yeah.
So why did I have to find this if you believe it?
No, I said I wanted you to find it because I wanted you to actually read what it said.
So it says, indeed, the most addictive foods in the study contains cheese. That is partly due to the high concentration of casein, a protein that ignites the brain's opioid receptors and produces a familiar craving that another hit for another hit. So it
So it got something in there that it's a chemical in it that reacts like an opioid.
Whatever is in the brain that opioids hit on and make go crazy or whatever. Cheese contains something that does the same thing.
Oh.
And that's why it's one of the most addictive things, one of the most hardest foods to get rid of. Like you really gotta.
No, I've been able to stop eating cheese. I did it a few times.
Man,
It ain't as hard as it used to be at all. Like,
But
when I first tried, I was like, man, fuck that.
Yeah,
I gotta
exactly.
eat cheese.
Bro, we've
But
been
no,
there.
I could do that. Not like I be sometimes I be telling.
But you
my
know,
baby
I can
mama,
stop doing it
she
because I
be
started
like, yeah, we eat
eating
tacos
cheese.
tonight, and I'd be like, shit, you ain't gotta put no cheese on there. I'm straight.
Yeah, I mean, I was eating vegan cheese for a year, so you know I can do it.
That
but
shit trash.
It is. I'm not gonna say it's trash.
It's certain
different.
brands.
It's different. It's just different.
Different for sure. So a lot of that shit don't milk.
It melts at a higher temperature.
I want to know. I'm gonna look up what's all in that shit. The only thing I know is use cow milk for sure. Is
What's in what? Regular cheese?
Like what's every ingredient? Look it up and look up each ingredient. That's crazy. We just be eating shit. Don't even be looking at what's in it.
All that shit.
I'm talking about when we little. Like we just eat. We eat whatever our people give us.
That's because our people wasn't raised. They didn't grow up in the web searching era.
How long we been rolling, bro?
Long time. 2 hours.
Yeah, but you ain't never. He didn't really. Did you touch on if love was a choice? You feel like it?
This whole argument started because I told y'all niggas it was a choice.
Oh, you said it was.
I agree that it is a choice.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why
So it's not circumstantial?
I don't think so, bro.
Okay, so again, explain when you have somebody like, I'm gonna keep using my father as an example. I seen my dad twice in the summer of 97 and 98. 2 months, 2.5 months. That's how long summer is normally, right? 2.5 months, almost 3. Seen him 2 months. I seen him once on Easter. My mama took me to see him on Easter week, Easter break or something like that, which was like maybe 3 days. I didn't see my dad no other time. That was as a kid. I didn't see my dad. That was in 97, 98, and 99. I didn't see my dad again until I was 27, 26, 27 at my little brother's daughter's birthday party. I still love my father.
Did you love him before you seen him in 97, 98, 99?
Nigga, I was like 5. I didn't even know. I didn't even recognize that he really wasn't there for real.
So
he came around. He came around. He came to visit.
At what point did you realize, like, yeah, like, damn, I love this man? At what point? When?
As an adult, when I was still mad that he wasn't around, but I was like, man, I still love him. I wish nothing bad. Because again, I feel like it's a feeling you have. I don't feel like I can't just explain. I just know I don't never want to see nothing fucked up happen to him. I don't never want him to get to the point where he's strung out, like she was talking about, to where he like. So I've never heard about him like being in the hospital, like rehab, yeah, but I've never heard about he overdosed and he in the hospital. I've never heard nothing pertaining to that at all. But I still love him for sure.
See, so I feel like,
and I feel like that's just because it's genetically I'm a part of him. You know what I'm saying? Genetically, I'm a part of him and my mom. So I feel like that's not a choice.
I don't think you love your father. I feel like you have love for him.
And I also think
different.
You love the idea of y'all having a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
You got love for that man, bro. Like we didn't have.
But I feel like that. I feel like that's the same thing, though. But
having love for somebody.
I feel like it's kind of the same thing. But I understand what you mean because you just said that.
I feel like it's being in love, having love, and loving somebody.
Showing love. Wait.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
I want to know what you was about to say.
I thought
she was saying show. Shit, that's the same thing too. That's something different too.
In love.
That's something different too.
Love.
That's something different too.
Have love.
You can make it for showing love. Yeah. I mean, dog, you show love to somebody that you love or got love for. So like, you can
show love to a stranger, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Hey man, good look, you showing love. Nigga get in the club.
Yeah, that's different. That shit different.
I mean, people say it's love, but that's why I said the definition is different depending on who you're talking to.
That's good looking. You looking out. That's not looking out. People confuse a nigga looking out with doing a favor.
But if you look up the definition though, it also says that love is an act of kindness, nigga. It says a great interest in something, a feeling of a strong liking, a strong love, a strong show of affection, and it says act of kindness.
Okay, so what act of kindness have you shown your father?
Shit, not much of nothing for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I wasn't able to. The nigga never got.
Has
The
he
nigga don't.
showed you any act of kindness?
I mean, he still call, reach out, check on me here and there. Still call, reach out. He sent me stuff, sent me gifts and stuff like that a few times when I was younger. I don't think Christmas and birthday and stuff
you know
like
what
that.
it is? You love your father because you know at the end of the day, even though he wasn't the man that you needed him to be, you know that he loved you enough to not.
But that's what I told you. That's what I told you.
That's why you love him.
I told you that.
You don't love
living
him
his truth. You living his truth.
Yeah. So you
instead of putting my mama through the bullshit.
Not even your mama, cause
and me. You know what I'm saying?
It's more so a you thing. It's like you said, you respect him more than.
He was probably doing that shit when he was with your mama. What y'all laughing?
We can tell you.
I caught myself too.
Good.
What y'all
He
doing?
was about to open the can of worms, and I was gonna have to beat him up after that.
But yeah, so you asked me to explain.
But no, yeah, I said that to y'all before we started the episode though. Like, yeah, I can respect somebody that can live in their truth and realize, okay, I'm best not, I made the best decision for me because I knew, I didn't want
you love him because he chose to love you enough not to put you through that.
And you chose to love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bro, he chose to love you because he could have been like, shit, fuck this little nigga. Whatever drug it is he do, I don't know because I don't know him. Like, fuck this nigga.
Did he sniff something?
No, I said.
I think.
I didn't sniff nothing. I didn't.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't necessarily know exactly what it is. I know my mom was saying he's a drug user. And I assumed
all we know he just heavy on weed.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. She would have said that.
Now you're going to rehab.
My mama smoked, nigga. Like,
not like that.
Yeah, my mama.
I know she smoked,
but
the
older she's gotten, nigga, the more she smoked.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like
Weed,
I'm
weed,
just
Kool-Aid,
not
weed, snacks.
emotionally in tune. Maybe I'm.
So I'm just playing.
Maybe I'm not because, like, with my dad, like, when people ask me about, he cool. That's about it, though. Like,
Yeah, but see, your dad been around way more than his dad.
Right, but that's the thing, though. My dad has been around
For sure,
me. My dad has bought me gifts. My dad has done.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure out this radio that I got a long time ago. That's how I got hooked on Jay-Z. I got sent there. I'm sorry to drop real quick. I got a radio sent to my great grandma. Used to babysit me all the time. My mom went to work. I got this radio for Christmas, like this little silver boom box. I don't know if you remember JT Money. You remember who that. I had got a JT Money CD. It was a single, and I had got this Snoop Dogg Eastsiders when he was still doing the Eastside with Daz and Corrupt. With that, I played a song. We get the Cardi party. I remember that one. And then I got the Jay-Z Hard Knock Life Volume 2. And I'm like, because of course he ain't around, so I'm like, oh shit, my grandma, oh your daddy sent you something. Ooh. I opened it up. That's how I got hooked on Hov. But
he sent you
my
mom,
mom,
or he sent you
the boom box and the CDs.
Oh, okay.
But my mama went back and recanted the statement that my grandma made. She was like, oh nigga, I sent you that and made you think it was from your daddy. But I asked her recently, was that true? And she said, no, your daddy really did buy you that. I think she said she was mad, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm still trying to figure out if that was him for sure or not. But go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's my way.
I'm just.
You said you was
like my dad is cool. Like as growing up, I pay attention to a lot of shit, and I've been this way since I was a kid. I'll be really quiet.
Crazy, so I'm just playing.
No, I'll be really quiet. But I'm literally paying attention to everything that's going on around me. So growing up, I just realized that my dad, I don't want to say that he wasn't shit, but women came before everything. You know what I'm saying? Women and making money
That was his drug.
Came before, because he didn't do drugs until like, but he
Were you whispering it?
I just peeped.
We're trying not to be offensive here.
I just peeped that we weren't really, I don't want to say we weren't important to him, but women and money was more important to him than his kids were. So
That's ISIS.
I've developed feelings for him that's like, oh, you not my dad, you cool, but I ain't really fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't, and I feel like that goes back to me loving myself. I can't, just because you're my dad, I can't fuck with you just because you're my dad. And it's fucked up too, and I might hear some flack for this if anybody ever watched this, like in my
They
family.
probably won't.
But
Your mom watch podcasts?
even my grandmother, like my grandmother was messy. She was one of them grandparents that was messy as fuck.
Oh, such and such slept with such and such.
It used to be so crazy because I used to listen to her talk hella shit on the phone about somebody.
Oh, man.
And then 20 minutes later, they walking through the door. And she like, hey! And I'm like, what the fuck?
Two-Faced.
Like,
Two-Faced.
But,
That's how old people are though.
but what made me like really look at my grandmother differently, it was a couple things, but it was like back to back to back. Like my dad's girlfriend at the time, my grandmother was sick. She was taking care of her. Like, literally, like as if my grandmother was in a nursing home. His girlfriend was taking care of her like that around the clock. And my grandmother went to my mom and said, you know, was basically talking down on her to my mom, and my mom told me, and I went back and told her.
Oh, snitch.
And then,
Like
but that was
damn
the thing.
snitch.
It wasn't even about being
Sorry.
a snitch though. It was about how the fuck can you talk about somebody like that, and they giving you every fucking thing. You living in her house. She cooking 3 meals a day for you. Because my grandmother had surgery on her stomach, so if you messed around and went on yourself, she cleaning you up. This is out the love for your son. Like she
Right.
got that love for your son.
Right.
That's why
Probably
she
don't even
doing
like
it.
your ass for real.
That's why she doing this for you. So how dare you?
So you feel like you just not willing to put yourself in a position for somebody to be on that type of time with you?
I
Because you
just
love
pay.
yourself.
It's
You
not
love,
even
you
that.
gonna put yourself first. That's understandable.
I just pay attention to shit. If I peep that you I want to say a whole ass person. If I peep that the people who give you everything, you dogging the fuck out of them, I'm straight on you. Grandmother, father, mom, or not.
Notice I never called you selfish. I just said you love yourself more. That's
That's
fine.
what it is.
That's
But
fine.
Aren't you supposed to?
yes, you are.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I asked
yeah,
him.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that in my opinion.
You're supposed to always love yourself more. Nothing should ever come before you. We talked about this on another podcast, probably last season, when we said when we talked about boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You come first before your partner, before your job, before any fucking thing. You come first, and that goes with love as well.
Okay. Well, I like that. She put everything.
So again, choice, or is it still situational?
I think.
Not because you asked me to explain that, and I gave you my best explanation.
Yeah.
You love him because he made the right choice for you.
Yeah, but I never said I was putting action behind the emotion. But that's the choice part.
So do you think you love him or you got love for him?
That's a good question.
I feel like when y'all talk about putting action, wouldn't love be a verb? Isn't it a verb?
If it's that's what I said. If people consider it action, yes, but you don't have to. That's why I asked him that question about with my dad. I don't have to, or with your mom, bro. You don't have to do anything for your mama for her to know or feel that you love her. You don't have to do anything for her. But if you with a chick, if you and Jazz together, you have to do something for her to understand that you love her, right?
I take that back. I don't know, because I feel like if Mike mama said, I need you to come over and do X, Y, and Z, and Mike said no, she'll be like, what the fuck?
No,
Like,
he's still gonna do it. He's just gonna give her flack about it because he do the same way I am. Like I tell my mama, like, shit, you can't just call me on the day of and get me to do something. I have responsibilities outside of you, mom.
why not? Because you could call her the day of and be like, I need you to watch the kids.
Guess what? I mean, she be like, no, I got something to do. Or I
mean, that's her putting herself first. Shit.
and I'm choosing to put myself first.
We don't get the same choice because we the kids.
I'm not saying
I hit my mama with all the time. Like, I ain't asked to be here. Not trying to be rude, but I didn't. Like, I didn't ask to be here. I'm here because of you. You made the decision to have me. So, I have to live in my truth
I feel
just like anybody else.
when you say I gotta put myself first when it comes to your mama put you first for years, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that as a parent though, that's your job to put your
Right.
kid
Am I
first.
supposed to give her a cookie for that?
Like,
That's just like when
again,
people.
like,
That's just like when
they
people be
choose to
like,
be here.
"You're such a good father." Like, okay,
but-
you don't gotta give me no praise
But
for that.
when your parents when your parents get older though, who they're expecting for you to take care of them as they get
She got
older.
a husband though. That's different.
Who got a husband?
His mama.
Your mama don't.
Right, but
Right.
that's why most of the shit that she asks, I do it.
Exactly.
No, I still do it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
But I
she
do
might
it
not.
on
It
my
might
own
not
time.
get done. Right. It might
Still
not
do it,
get.
though.
It might not get done.
That's what we said.
That's what we saying. We
So I
saying.
just I'm
we still
saying,
gonna-
but you're not gonna tell her no.
Nah.
It depends. No, it depends, cause
No, I ain't gonna tell her no. I'm
You
just
have
gonna say I'm not doing it today or I'm not doing it right now. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later.
bro, we just was talking about some shit. Your mama wanted you to pick some heavy ass shit up, and you told her like, no, I'm not picking this up.
Oh, I meant by like I'm not about to lift this. I'm about to slide this down the stairs. I'm not about to lift it because my back was fucked up from the accident. I'm not working harder. Like, that's a topic too.
That's
nigga.
part of loving yourself
Sorry,
too.
that's
Shit, I'm
a
not
topic too.
No, it's been some times like my
Doing
mom like,
shit.
yeah, you could like, oh yeah, you got it. I'm like, no, I don't. You gotta find somebody else to help me. It didn't get done, but until then, like, I'm not about to do this. No,
Yeah, you.
I'm not about.
I
Bro,
gotta.
I'm getting old. Like in my 20s, maybe I just threw it on my.
I'm not gonna
shoulder,
lie.
but-
It probably sounds selfish as hell, but I had a discussion with my mom. This might be a little super off topic, but my mom was like, with certain things with my kids, like, oh, your kids come first. Your kids come first. Your kids come first. And I had to tell her, like, I seen what you went through with me. Like, I have to be healthy. I have to be mentally stable. I have to, in order to take care of my kids. I'm not burning myself out for nobody, not even my children. I have to make sure I'm in my right mind with everything. You said I caused you ulcers, I caused you headaches, I caused you stress, I caused your hair to fall out. I'm not willing to do that for my kids. I have to make sure that won't happen to me so I can take care of my kids properly because she took care of me properly physically. Mentally, she did not. She was very verbally abusive. That's another episode though. So, that's for another episode.
Put yourself first, always. You and you only. Nobody else. I'm dead ass.
We'll see y'all, man.